सर को दिखा नहीं
टारगेट तो नहीं
देखा ऑन दिखा स्क्रीन में घूमते हवा ले रहा था जो बोलता भाई ध्यान भी कोई फोकस IPL में इनको अच्छे अच्छे हम तो पकड़े तो बोले देखा देखा तो ये सब जिम लाइक चालू છે गेम चालू करे
Okay, two instructions for everyone. While the presentation is going on, nobody makes the sound. And until the presentation continue on the presentation, nobody will leave the class. Is it clear to everyone? Okay. And for the presentation, first of all, you have to introduce yourself. That means introduce your name, okay, and your previous subject, okay, and the topic, right? You can focus directly on them when you get it, you cannot distract, and you can also come towards the audience. If you want to bring it forward, you can also bring it forward, so the audience can cover. How can you sit there and you manage from there? Sir, sit down there. पीछे वाला चेयर खाली है.
सेंटर में आओ जी
Are you ready?
थोड़ा ना आओ जी आप
And speak loudly so that everyone at the back side also can listen properly, okay? We don't have facility of mic right now. Just 1 minute. 2 minutes.
everyone. My name is Vagela Javeer Singh. My major subject is microbiology.
What is your roll number?
318.
318.
18.
Your name is
Vagela Javeer Singh.
JJ.
Yes.
Continue. And what is the topic?
My topic is the title, its meaning, and the characters.
Okay, JJ, you can begin your presentation.
Good morning, everyone. Today our group will present the short story, The Story of Pan by Sudhamurthy. I will begin with the title, its meaning, and the characters. Title, The Story of Pan. The title refers to the bitter leaf, a simple green leaf used in India for the chewing after meals, often mixed with areca, nut, and lime. Sudhamurthy uses the pan not just as a leaf but as a symbol of Indian tradition, culture, and respect. Through the story, she shows how something so small and ordinary has deep historical, social, and emotional meaning in Indian life. Meaning of the title. The title, The Story of Pan, suggests that the author is going to narrate the history, significance, and journey of the pan leaf in Indian civilization. It's not just a story about the leaf itself, but about how traditions evolve, how something humble can become a mark of respect, hospitality, and celebration. The title also shows Sudhamurthi's love for Indian culture, as she often writes about things that are slowly disappearing due to modernization. Major characters. 1. Sudhamurthi. The author herself is the narrator. She is intelligent, observant, and curious. She represents the modern generation who wishes to understand traditional customs and daily. Grandmother. An elderly woman full of wisdom, knowledge, and love for Indian traditions. She explains the cultural meaning and background of the Pan of Sudha. She represents the older generation and India's rich oral storytelling tradition. Minor characters, family members who listen to the grandmother's stories and participate in traditional rituals. People of the ancient time mentioned in the story to describe how Pan was used by kings, queens, and commoners alike as a mark of status and respect. These minor characters are not directly present in action but appear through storytelling references. So the title may look simple, but its meaning is deep. Through the characters, the author shows us how culture lives in daily practice. Now my friend Deep will explain us the plot of the story. Thank you.
Clap for the Jada. Okay, what is your name? What is your number? 298. 298. T.H. Patel. What is your topic name?
Good of this short story.
Okay, Jay, you can go ahead.
Plot of the short story. Introduction. The story begins with Sudhamurthi visiting her grandmother. She observed that her grandmother always eat pan after meals. This habit makes Sudham curious, and she asked her grandmother why the pan is so important and what is the history. Her grandmother then begins narrating the story behind pan, explaining how it became an important part of Indian life and culture development. The grandmother explained that the pan leaf and been part of Indian traditional since ancient time. In olden days, offering palm to a guest was considered a gesture of respect and hospitality. Kings and queens in royal courts used a palm as a sign of luxurious and refinement. It was believed that palm helped with digesting and freshened the mouth after eating. The grandmother further tells that there were special palm boxes made of silver and brass in these families. Each family had its own recipe and preparing for pan, mixing lime, areca nut, cardamom, and sometimes even or rose pellets. The story also highlights that the pan had a symbolic value. It was exchanged during a wedding as a mark of friendship and blessing. In traditional Indian household, elders would offer pan to guests as a sign of love and respect. Even during festivals and celebration, pan played a cultural role. Climax. Sudha listened carefully and realizing that the pan is not just a habit, it is a representation of Indian heritage. Her grandmother's story telling connects the simple leaf with the history, respect, and value passed from one generation to another. Sudha becomes thoughtful. She understands how even small traditional have deep meaning and how they bring beauty and discipline to life. By the end of the story, Sudha Murthy feels proud to Indian culture. She understands that modern people often forget the meaning behind traditional practice, but these customs create the emotion and restore its compelling. The story closes with a feeling of gratitude towards elders who keep such traditional alive and realizing that India's culture is full of wisdom hidden in simple everyday things.
Okay, क्या करते हैं? चलिए तालियां बजाने में कंजूसी नहीं करनी चाहिए, यस और नो? है ना, यहाँ तक पहुँचने में कितना टाइम लगा और कितनी हिम्मत लगी? So we should encourage their ability. Come on, clap again. Yes, sir. What is your roll? 309. 309. Yes, sir. Okay, yes, sir. You can go ahead.
Moral meaning and message of the story. Meaning of the story. The story of fun is not just about a life, it's about respecting and preserving culture, traditions, thoughts. Here, grandmother, a simple example, Sudhamurti learned that even ordinary practice can give meaning when seen with understanding. This reflects the contact between the generation, how related the young, not thoughts, lecture, but thoughts, story rights. Moral respect your traditional and the legal take care the wisdom to areas. Even a small object like a fan can tell the story of good cultures. Modernization should not erase the tradition. We should learn their meaning and preserve their influence. No passed down early for grandparents to grandchildren is the present and keep your heritage alive. There is a beauty in the symbolization. Even small cultures habits have deeper scientific, social, and emotional values. Meaning of the story. Sudhamurti story reminds us that Indian states like in is the traditional are the part of our industries. The story teaches that the moderns young should not ignore old customs. Yes, they should try to understand the logic and the beauty behind them. They also show the bond between the generations, how storylines contact the past with the present. Most important is the tell us that the culture's pride behind with curiosity and understanding. The story, the moral story in one line. The story of the beautiful is the when the smallest traditions have a big story to tell, just need to listen and understand. Thank you.
Okay, clap for me, sir. Okay, tell me one thing कि कहानी से आप लोग क्या समझते हैं?
To respect our culture.
That is one. Specifically, what you have understood by your this short story.
से बड़े लोग ये सोचते हैं कि रिस्पेक्ट करनी चाहिए और हमारी संस्कृति को हमें अपनाना चाहिए।
अच्छा, क्यों रिस्पेक्ट करना चाहिए?
इनसे जो बड़े बड़े
अच्छा, पान का उदाहरण क्यों दिया गया है?
सौंदर्य
पान का उदाहरण कहानी में सौंदर्य के लिए दिया गया है।
सौंदर्य संस्कृति
ठीक है, चलो sit down.
थैंक यू।
Pick up the next book. Who is in the next group list? Is there?
रोशनी का
If they are not there, next.
प्रिया वर्षा अर्चना महक धवल मंत्रा प्रीतेश सुजल युवराज रचित जैमी
Come on, here. Where is the first one? What is your name? Jayvan. Jamie. Copy. What is your roll number? 14. 40. What is the topic? Jamie? Now Jamie, speak loudly. In a way that even the last person will listen properly. Okay, you can begin your presentation.
Introduction of story of
Speak loudly.
Introduction the story
Hello.
of March.
Speak loudly. If you are not speaking loudly, I will cancel your presentation.
Introduction the story of Pan. Good morning everyone. Today I am going to present the story of written by Sudhamurti titled The Story of Pan. Sudhamurti is known for her simple yet meaningful story that teaches moral values grow every day. Experience this story with beautiful soon have even a small act of thoughtfulness can make a big difference.
Done. Is this the presentation?
Yes.
You will get marks accordingly there, huh? And doesn't like this way that for the lower marks. Okay, clear for Jamie? Who is next speaker? What is your name?
My name is Chaudhary Rajiv.
Rajiv Chaudhary. What is your roll number?
Roll number is 1.
01. Okay, good. You are the leader of the roll number, right? Okay, Rajiv, speak.
My topic is the story summary of the story. The story begins with Sudhamurti visiting the small town after finishing her work. She goes to a restaurant for when the food arrives, she notices that the writer has also brought a pan battery folded neatly at the ends of the meal. Curious, Sudhamurti asks the writer, "Why do you serve pan after every meal?" The writer politely replies, "Madam, it's our tradition pan with digestion and covering into guest shows respect and care." Sudhamurti, touched by his answer, she realizes that behind these simple gestures lies a deep Indian value. Atithi Devo Bhava, meaning guest is God. Later, she respects one how true hospitality doesn't come from money or luxury, but from kindness and respect, from the small, thoughtful things we do for others.
Okay, clap for Rajiv. Makwana? Yuvraj. Roll number? Okay, Yuvraj, you can begin.
My topic is the message and meaning of the story. This story teaches us that real respect and care are not small, whether it's offering water, food, or pan.
Just a minute. Gautam, don't exit line now. After the session. Return your session. Just continue.
What matters most is the thought and love behind it. It reminds us that Indian culture values humanity and service, and that being polite and is more powerful than any grand display of wealth. Conclusion. To conclude, the story of Pan by Sudha Murthy tells us that the greatest lines in
simply, even the smallest act of the story can make someone feel special. Let us try to follow this in our daily life to be kind, humble, and thoughtful towards others.
Okay, clap for Raj. चलिए कहानी से क्या समझे बताइए। नहीं आंसर देंगे तो मार्क्स को तरह से लगेगा। हमें क्या करना चाहिए? अमल बताओ। टाइटल क्या है? कहानी का टाइटल? हाँ, तो 5 की कहानी भी बनेगी। 5 का उदाहरण दिया गया है। पान का क्या काम है इस कहानी में? पान से डाइजेशन होता है, इसकी कहानी में लिखा है। ओके, चलो सही कहा। नेक्स्ट गौतम, नेक्स्ट स्पीकर प्लीज, डोंट वेस्ट टाइम राइट नाउ। नो क्वेश्चन राइट नाउ। What is your name? Roll number? 311. What is your topic?
So we are presenting the poem of Miss Juliet.
Okay. Who is the second one? What is your name? Usha.
Varsha.
Usha. What is your name? Who? Okay, you can begin your time.
Good morning, everyone present over here. Today we are going to step gently into the tender world of families of emotions through the poem of the Distillery Night by Thomas More. Today, our group, the Three Musketeers, are going to present the poem of the Distillery Night. We are so sorry and we apologize on the behalf of one of our companions who is not present over here. So basically today we two musketeers are going to present the poem. This heart-touching lyric is not just a poem, it's a reflection of poet's soul in the calm and silent hours of night. Moore revisits the memories of his childhood, the laughter of friends which is not gone, the joy that have faded into the mist of time. Each line flows like a sign of nostalgia, reminding us that the time passes but the heart remembers. Through the poet paints the beauty and sorrow of remembering how silence can echo louder than words, and how steely night can awaken the deepest emotion within the human heart. Now let's come to about the poet. Now Thomas More, 1779 to 1850. He was an Irish poet, singer, and songwriter. He was majorly known as the national god of Ireland, famous for blending his poetry with music, often writing verses that could be sung. His works reflects nostalgia, patriotism, and melancholy. Most remembered for Irish melodies and heart-touching lyrics like "Off to the Steely Night." He is majorly celebrated for giving voice to universal human emotions through simple yet musical language. Now let's talk about the poem. "Off to the Steely Night" is a deeply emotional lyric by Thomas More, where memory and melancholy walks hand in hand, written in the form of a song. The poem reflects the poet's tender recollections of childhood joys and the painful absence of old friends. The phrase "steely night," a time when the heart is most awakened with memories, with its musical rhythm, vivid imagery, and reflection. The poet beautifully captures the universal human experience. Now let's come to the stanza 1. stanza 1 of the poem goes like this. Oft in the steely night, era slumbers, chain has bound me. A font of memory bring the light of other days around me. The smiles, the tears of boyhood years, the words of love unspoken, the eyes and that shone now dimmed and gone. The cheerful hearts now broken. Thus in the steely night, era slumbers. Chain has bound me. Sad memory brings the light of other days around me. Now let's come to the explanation of the stanza 1. In the quiet and peaceful hours of night before sleep takes over, the poet's mind drifts back to his past. Through the gentle light of his memory, he relieves the moments of his childhood, the innocent laughter, the tears and the affectionate words of the loved ones. But those happy faces, those shining eyes are now gone. The people who once filled his life with joy are no longer beside him. The stanza beautifully captures and contrasts between the warmth of remembering love and the coldness of emptiness of the present. Thomas More experiences how the silence of night awakens emotions lured by deep within, the sweetness of youth and the sorrow of loss.
Now come to the stanza. When I remembered all the friends so linked together, I see around the world like leaves in winter weather. I feel like one who treads along some blanket whole desert was light are fled, whose garland dead, and all about the departed, thus in the steely night. Era slumber's chain has bound me, said memory brings the light of other days around. Now come to the explanation. The second stanza repeats the opening lines but with the one important change. The world found becomes sad. His single change show how his memories, once sweet and comforting, now bring him pain. What was once found has turned to sad. For the happy moments now exist only in memories, not in reality. The poet feels lonely as a recall the other days. The golden days goes by. Repetition of the lines reflect the poet's unending cycle of remembrance. Each night the stillness brings back the same.
Now let's summary of memories of past during white and the love of family. He is reminded of loss of friends and loneliness has been both and at the same time. It's lyrically style and rhythm. It not only first expression of Sylvia reminds every year making of remembrance and reflections.
The moral of this poem is simple yet profound, raising the people and moments around it before they become memories. Life is short and ever-changing. What seems ordinary today will one day be remembered with longing. More teaches us that even in loneliness there is a beauty, for memories are proof that we have loved deeply and lived life fully. To relate this to our own lives, we do often find ourselves remembering old friends, childhood laughter, or moments.
So, poem actually teaches us that memories can be both joyful as well as sadness and love. It can be. We should stop as much as we
Tracy, Rulaj, Arvind.
Roll number?
11.
What is your name? Okay, now you can begin.
આજે હું ઓપન સ્ટીલ નાઇટ પોયમ વિશે જણાવીશ. આ કવિતા સમજ મળે આ કવિતા સમજ મૂળ આઈરિશ કવિ બરાબર છે. એ ગાયક અને સંગીતકાર હતા. જેમનો જન્મ 1779 રોજ આયર્લેન્ડમાં થયો હતો. સમજ મળે આયર્લેન્ડના રાજ્ય કવિ તરીકે ઓળખવામાં આવે છે. આ કવિતા એક કવિ એકાંતી રાજ્યમાં ભૂતકાળની યાદો રજૂ કરી છે. જ્યારે રાત 7 વાગે છે ત્યારે કવિ પોતાના બાળપણના દિવસો અને મિત્રો વગેરેની યાદ આવે છે જેઓ હવે સાથે નથી. તે સમયની આનંદભરી ક્ષણો હવે માત્ર યાદ કરીને રહી ગઈ. કવિને બધાની દુઃખ અનુભવે છે અને જીવન કેટલું બદલાઈ ગયું છે અંગે વિચારે છે. બેકગ્રાઉન્ડ ઓફ પોયમ. કવિ આ કવિતામાં પોતાના બાળપણની મીઠી યાદો અને ગુણશેલા મિત્રોની યાદને ખૂબ જ ભાવભીથી કરી છે. આ કવિતામાં એકાંત યાદો અને સમયના વર્ણન વિશે દર્શાવવામાં આવે છે. કવિએ બતાવ્યું છે કે સમય વીતી જાય છે પરંતુ જૂની યાદો ત્યારે ભૂલાતી નથી. તે હંમેશા હૃદયમાં જીવંત રહે છે. આ કવિતામાં કવિ ભૂતકાળની યાદો રજૂ કરી છે. કવિ કહે છે કે ઘણીવાર જ્યારે રાત્રે શાંત રહે છે ત્યારે તેમના મનમાં જૂની યાદો તાજી થાય છે. તેને તેમના બાળપણના આનંદ ગયા દિવસની યાદ આવે છે. જ્યારે તે ખુશ હતા, હસતા હતા, મિત્રો સાથે રમતા હતા, પણ હવે એ બધું બદલાઈ ગયું છે. તે સમયમાં મિત્રો હવે રહ્યા નથી. જે આંખો પહેલા ચમકતી હતી અને ધીમી જે હવે ધીમી અને મળી નથી. કવિને લાગે છે કે જીવનમાં હવે એ જૂનો ઉત્સાહ નથી રહ્યો અને એમનું જીવન સુખમય અને નિર્ભીક બની ગયું. આગળ કવિ એમ કહે છે કે જ્યારે તે પોતાના બધા મિત્રોને યાદ કરે છે જેમની સાથે મળી સમય પસાર કરે છે ત્યારે તે હવે બદલાઈ ગયું છે અને એમને એવું લાગે છે કે તે ખાલી હોલમાં એકલા ચાલી રહ્યા હતા. એક સમય હતો જ્યારે તે હોલ પ્રકાશ હાસ્ય અને સંગીતથી ભરેલો હતો, પરંતુ હવે એ બદલાઈ ગયું છે અને બધા લોકો ચાલી ગયા છે. આ દ્રશ્ય કવિના જીવનનું પ્રતિબિંબ છે જે એક એકલતા અને યાદોથી ભરેલું જીવન.
Okay, clap for Aure.
My topic, meaning of the poem, message of the poem, moral of the poem, meaning of the poem. આ કવિતામાં કવિએ રાત્રિના શાંતિભર્યા સમયે પોતાના બાળપણના દિવસોને યાદ કરે છે. મેસેજ ઓફ ધ પોએમ. આ કવિતા પરથી આપણને સંદેશ મળે છે કે જીવન ટૂંકું છે અને સમય ઝડપથી પસાર થઈ રહ્યો છે, એટલે બાળપણ, જૂના મિત્રો અને સમયની કદર કરવી જોઈએ. નહીતર એક દિવસે આ બધું યાદો બની જશે. મોરલ ઓફ ધ પોએમ. ભૂતકાળની મીઠી યાદો ક્યારેક આપણને દુઃખ આપે છે. જીવનના દરેક ક્ષણનો આનંદ માણવો જોઈએ. જે લોકો આપણા જીવનમાં છે તેમની કદર કરવી જોઈએ.
चलो तो आप अभी के समय का आनंद एंजॉय कर रहे हो जी? एंजॉय कर रहे हो जी? Sit down. So next group.
कृषि राजश्री वैद्य
Hurry up please. What is your name? Kushi. Number? One side. Who is the second one? Rajshri. Phone number? 65. Third one? 90. Okay, Kushi, you can go.
Good morning everyone, my name is Khushi Desai. Today I am going to talk about poet and introduction about poet. Thomas More was Irish poet, singer and songwriter. He was known for his emotional and musical poems that beautifully express love, friendship and memories. This poem speaks directly to the heart. The word still means quiet, so the title means quiet in the autumn night. In this poem, Thomas More remembers his childhood days and the friends he once had. He recalled the happy moments, smile and laughter. But now that days are gone and people are. Thought this poet show how time changed everything, but memories stay forever. Poet feels both happiness and sadness when he looks back to his life.
Okay, clap for Kushi.
Good morning everyone, my name is Thakur Rashmi. I explain the poem. When the world is quiet and still and night, the poet remembers his past, the happy days of childhood, the love and laughter that when he was had. He recalls the smile, tears, and beautiful eyes of his loved one. But now those people are gone, and those joyful times have faded away. He feels lonely when he thinks of how all his friends have passed away, just like leaves fade from tree in winter. He compares himself a man walking alone in a empty banquet hall, a place that was once full of light, music, and people, but now everything is dark, silent, and determined. They remember he is hide with both warmth and sadness. Warm because they were beautiful memories, and sadness because they will never return.
Okay, clap for Rashmi.
Hello everyone, my name is Sarvan Mithiri. I am from Botany. I explain summary of this poem. Through this poem, Thomas More expressed the power of memory, how the past continues to live in our hearts. It reminds us that time changed everything, but love and memory stay forever. Often in the sticky nights is a touching reminder of how loneliness often comes when we remember the other days around us. Thank you.
Okay, clap for Rashmi. Okay, so what have you learned out of this poem? What is the message there?
Time change the many stays forever.
Okay, then how to create good memories? अच्छी यादें कैसे बनाई जाती है?
Spend time with our friends and family.
Next group.
जयती हिमन आस्था
Hello, Maria. You the first one? Good. What is your name? One. Roll number? 60. Next one is? Roll number? 7. Last one? Roll number? Okay, you have to prepare. Who is the first one? Yes. Anna.
Hello, good afternoon everyone. I am Hemandi Patel from Sparklewood. I am going to give introduction about the Nightingales and the Rose story by Oscar Wilde. A celebrated Irish poet, playwright,
Just to intervene, थोड़ा बाहर आ जाओ, इधर आ जाओ, भाई इधर नहीं हो रहा और नहीं हो रहा, बाहर आ जाओ क्यों दिख रहे हैं? Yes, रोशनी के लिए आप लोग पुणे पर आ जाइए दोनों साथ में, हम उधर पुणे पर खड़े रहो ना सामने जाओ.
a celebrated Irish poet, playwright, and popular figure of late Victorian age 1854-1900. In his work, often point out the intricacies of life and emotions. The story explores the central themes of love and sacrifice. A love-struck student yearns for a red rose to dance with his love. Despite his efforts, he can't find one. The nightingale search for a red rose proves futile, leading to an ultimate act of devotion. Tragically, the student remains unaware of the nightingale's sacrifice, and the rose loses its symbolic value as love and sacrifice becoming a meaningless gift. Thank you.
I am Asma Desai from Sparkle Group. My major subject is microbiology and I am going to tell the main story. A young student was deeply in love with the girl, professor's daughter, and wanted to dance with her at a grand ball. But the girl set a condition that she would only dance with him if he bought her red rose. But red rose were there in the garden. The nightingale overheard the young man's sorrow and decided to help him. Then she asked the tree for the red rose, but the tree answered that my roses are white, so nightingale flew away from there. Then she asked the next tree, but it answered that my roses are yellow, but you can receive red roses from students' window. She goes there, but that tree answered that winter has chilled my veins, so my branches has been broken. Because of which I shall have no roses at all this year. But there is one solution for this. You must sing to me tonight, and stones must pierce your heart, and your blood must flow into my veins. Then you get red roses in the morning. Then she sang her most beautiful song. As she sang, she pressed her heart against the thrones, sacrificing her life to create a red rose. The tree merely stood in silence because she gave her life for a stranger's happiness. The student saw the red roses in the garden in the morning and took the red roses to the girl without knowing about the nightingale's death, hoping it would win the girl's heart. But to his dismay, the girl rejected him, saying she preferred another man with wealth. Then angrily he threw the red rose into the water.
Okay, clap for Asta.
I am Rahul Jaini from the Sparkle Group. I am going to tell the summary of the story. Main themes of the stories are love versus materialism, sacrifice, and blindness to love. Let's take a brief look at it. Love versus materialism. The story contradicts between the selfless true love with the superficial materialistic values of the society, which is particularly evident in the professor's daughter. Let's come to sacrifice. The nightingale's sacrifice, the nightingale's death, is an ultimate act of sacrifice, which highlights the value of true love over life itself. And the last, blindness to love. The student, despite his intellect, is blind to true love or genuine emotion and human emotion, which makes him unable to comprehend the depth of the nightingale's death. In the end, I would like to conclude with few lines by Rabindranath Tagore, which pretty much fits the situation of the nightingale and the student. The furthest distance from the world, the furthest distance in the world is not the way from the birth to the death. It is when I stand in front of you, but you don't understand that I love you. Thank you.
Okay, clap for Asta. So now for to understand these three forms of love are represented there, and which one is superior according to you?
According to me, blindness to the love is superior.
Okay.
Because there is one particular definition which everyone thinks is the true definition, but I don't think it is applicable to every aspect or every situation.
Okay, what is the symbolism of nightingale?
Sacrifice?
Sit down.
Nadi, Himani, Yatra.
Yes,
Good morning to everyone. I'm Unnati Raja. I'm present. We are representing of in Steel Net by Thomas More. My major subject is botany. My topic is about the poet by Thomas More. Thomas More was one of the Ireland's greatest poet and songwriter. He was born in Dublin, Ireland, and educated at Trinity College. From an early age, he loved music, poetry, and history. Thomas More is often called the national bard of Ireland. He loved his country deeply and used his poetry to express his spirit and struggle of Ireland. He wanted the world to know about his culture, feelings, and beauty. He was not only a poet but also a musician and singer. Most of his poems were written to be sung with traditional Irish tune. That's why his lines have musical rhythm and emotional manner. Background of the poem of King's Steely Night was written around 1808 to 1861 and published in Moore's Irish Melodies. It was written during a time when Moore felt lonely and regretful. Many of his close friends and family members had passed away, and he often felt emptiness of time and distance. The word still is quiet and peaceful. So the title of In the Still Night means often in quiet of the night, when everything around is silent and the poet remembers his past. This poem is autobiographical, meaning it reflects Moore's personal emotions. It expresses how he looked back on his childhood and youth, remembering the friends and love that made him happy, but who are now gone. The setting of the poem is calm and silent. The night before sleep, when memories become clear and feelings grow stronger. It's during this peaceful moment that sadness and reflection takes over his heart. Thank you.
Okay, clap for him, please.
I am Himani. My topic is explanation of the poem. The poem has two stanzas, each showing a different side of the poet's memories, one about his childhood and one about his youth and friends. Stanza 1 explanation. Often, so the poet says, often in the quiet night, before I fall asleep, memory of my past come to me. The phrase eras number strain has gone me means before I fall asleep, on memory brings the light of others' day. Means that beautiful memory of his past shine like light in his mind. The poet feels that his memory brighten the darkness of life, like a lamp that lights up a dark room. But this brightness also reminds him of how those days are gone. So it brings both comfort and sadness. He remembers the people he loved, family, friends, and childhood. Comparison, now many of them are no longer with him. Some may have died, others drift away with time. This makes him feel a deep, quiet loneliness. Yet he doesn't complain. He accepts these feelings gently. In this stanza, Thomas More shows the bittersweet power of memory. It can both warm and wound the heart. Stanza 2. When I remember all friends so liberal together, I ever seen around me all. Here the poet remember his friends from youth, how close they were sharing joy and laughter. But now time has separated them. He compares his lost friend to leaves falling in winter, a beautiful and sad image. In autumn, leaves fall one by one, leaving trees bare. Similarly, his friends have left one by one, leaving his life empty and cold. I feel like one who treads along some banquet hall deserted. Now the poet gives another touching comparison. He feels like a person walking alone in an empty banquet hall. Once the hall was full of music, light, and people celebrating, but now it's dark and silent. The empty hall represented his life now once full of joy, but now silent because all his loved ones are gone, whose lives are killed, whose garlands dead, and all but it departed. The lights and garlands, symbols of happiness and festivity, have disappeared. He is only one left behind, surrounded by silence and memory. The tone of the stanza is melancholic, filled with sadness but not hopeless. It shows the poet's expectation of life too. That time moves on people's lips and only memories remain.
Okay, clap for money.
My topic is moral meaning and message. The meaning of poem of in the Night is about the power of memories and how they stay alive within us. Even when everything changes, people go away, time passes, memories keeps our hearts connected to the past. The poem shows that loneliness and nostalgia are natural part of life. Through this poem, Thomas More tells us that love and friendship never truly die. They live in our hearts as memories. The moral of poem: time never stops. Life keeps moving forward. Nothing stays the same forever. Value your present. Enjoy your time with friends and family before it becomes just a memories. Memories are precious. Even when people are gone, their memory gives us strength and comfort. Loneliness is part of life. It's something everyone experiences. But remembering good times help us live. Life is emotional and sorrow shapes who we are. Conclusion. The poem tells us that life changes, people come and go, but memories never fade. Of in the Silly Night is not just a poem of sadness, it's poem of remembrance, showing how love and friendship live forever in our hearts. Thank you.
Okay, clap for Yatra. Okay, what happened on our poem?
सर लोक चरित्राच्या संबंधीसाठी कार्य सांगितले
Sit down. Next group. Who is the first one? Who is the first one? You are the first one? What is your name? Sunita. What is your roll number, Sunita? 286. What is the next one? Jagalo. Roll number? 320. Is the next one? Victor. Roll number? 261. 264. Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today I will present the story of fun, written by Siddhamurti. The story is very interesting because it shows how a small leaf can represent the value of our culture. Siddhamurti is a famous Indian writer, teacher, social worker. She writes in a very simple style, but her story always carry morals. Her works often talk about Indian culture, kindness, honesty, and respect. That is why people of all ages love to read her books. The story is about the little leaf which became pan. In India, pan is not only eaten but also used a symbol of hospitality. Whenever guests receive offering छोटा और होशियार लड़का था जो एक छोटे से गांव में रहता था। वह बहुत दयालु और मददगार था। एक दिन उसने देखा लोग साफ पानी पीने के लिए बहुत दूर तक चलते थे। उन्हें रोजाना बहुत कठिनाई होती थी। पेन ने ठान लिया कि वह कुछ करेगा। उसने आसपास की नदी और पानी के बहाव को ध्यान से देखा। फिर उसने मेहनत करके एक छोटी सी नहर बनाई जिसमें पानी गांव तक आ सके। धीरे धीरे गांव में पानी पहुंच गया। अब लोगों को दूर नहीं जाना पड़ता है। सभी गांव वाले पेन की बुद्धिमान और मेहनत की तारीफ करने लगे।
Hello everyone, my name is Mitra. My topic name is meaning, moral और meaning. यह कहानी एक छोटे बच्चे पेन की है जो अपने गांव की पानी की समस्या का हल करने के लिए नहर बनाता है। उसकी समझदारी और मेहनत से गांव में पानी पहुंच जाता है। लोग खुश हो जाते हैं। मोरल, अच्छा काम करने के लिए उम्र मायने नहीं रखती। मेहनत और समझदारी से बड़ी समस्या हल की जा सकती है। दूसरों की मदद करना सबसे बड़ा गुण है। मैसेज, कहानी हमें सिखाती है कि एक व्यक्ति की छोटी सी कोशिश से समाज में बड़ा बदलाव आ सकता है। अगर इरादा नेक से होता है तो कुछ भी असंभव नहीं।
Okay, what is the title of the story? क्या होता है उसमें? नहीं, कहानी आप बोले ना, क्या बोले तो क्या नाम था? क्या बोले? कहानी क्या? Anyways, so therefore, Gujarat and sit down.
Krishna Milan.
Yes, what is your name?
Krishna 2612.
Krishna.
नाम नहीं और वाक्य
नेक्स्ट ग्रुप अभी चालू कर दो, तब तक हम वेट करते हैं। चलो नेक्स्ट ग्रुप में कम फॉरवर्ड चलो सुनो फटाफट आइए आप चलो फटाफट से सामान आइए आप तब तक आप कनेक्ट कर रहे हैं।
मनीष प्रसाद।
Manish Prasad. Next, another. Alien. क्या समझे? बोलो तो। 272. Okay, Manish.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Manish Prasad. Today, I give you a short presentation about poem Fire and Ice. About the poet रॉबर्ट हॉज अमेरिका के एक बहुत प्रसिद्ध कवि थे। उनकी कविताएं प्रकृति, जीवन और मानव भावनाओं से जुड़ी होती थी। उनकी भाषा सरल होती है, लेकिन उनमें गहरा छुपा होता है। उन्होंने अपने जीवन में 4 बार पुलित्जर पुरस्कार जीता है और उन्हें कांग्रेसनल गोल्ड मेडल से भी सम्मानित किया गया। उनकी प्रसिद्ध कविताएं द रोड नॉट टेकन, स्टॉपिंग बाय वुड्स ऑन अ स्नोवी इवनिंग और मेंडिंग वॉल है। पृष्ठ की कविताएं हमें जीवन में सही निर्णय लेने, भावनाओं को समझने और प्रकृति से जुड़ाव रखने की प्रेरणा देती हैं। अबाउट द पोएम, कविता फायर एंड आइस सन 1920 में प्रकाशित हुई थी। इसमें कवि ने दुनिया के अंत के बारे में 2 विचार प्रस्तुत किए हैं। कुछ लोगों का मानना है कि दुनिया का अंत आग से खत्म होगी, जबकि कुछ का मानना है कि यह बर्फ से खत्म होगी। कवि ने आग को इच्छा, लालच और वासना का प्रतीक माना है और बर्फ को घृणा, ठंडेपन और नफरत का प्रतीक बताया है। फ्रॉइड का कहना है कि दोनों ही भावना इतनी शक्तिशाली है कि वे दुनिया को नष्ट कर सकती है। कवि कहता है कि उसने इच्छा का अनुभव किया है, इसलिए उसे लगता है कि दुनिया आग से खत्म हो सकती है, क्योंकि जब इंसान की इच्छाएं और लालच बढ़ जाते हैं तो वह सब कुछ नष्ट कर देता है। लेकिन कवि यह भी कहते हैं कि अगर दुनिया 2 बार नष्ट होनी चाहिए तो बर्फ ही काफी है, क्योंकि यह नफरत और ठंडेपन का प्रतीक है। नफरत धीरे धीरे दिलों को ठंडा कर देती है और इंसानियत को खत्म कर देती है। इसीलिए कविता का संदेश यह है कि इच्छा और नफरत दोनों ही विनाश भावनाएं हैं। अगर मनुष्य इन्हें नियंत्रित न करे तो यही पूरी दुनिया को खत्म कर सकती है। हमें प्रेम, दया और संतुलन के साथ जीवन जीना चाहिए।
Okay, clap for Manish. Yes, sir.
मोरल मीनिंग फायर एंड आइस एक वर्गीकरण कविता है जो मानव भावना और विनाश की को दर्शाती है। कवि रॉबर्ट हॉज दिखाता है कि दुनिया का अंत केवल प्राकृतिक शक्तियों से नहीं होगा, बल्कि मानव की लालच और नफरत से भी हो सकता है। आग यानी कि विचार, जुनून, लालच। बर्फ यानी कि घृणा, ठंडापन। दोनों तब खतरनाक हो जाते हैं जब वो सीमा से बाहर बढ़ जाते हैं। अनियंत्रित भावना विनाश लाती है, चाहे वह जलती हुई इच्छा हो या चुपना, दोनों जीवन और विश्व का नष्ट कर देती है। संतुलन आवश्यक है। मानव भावनाओं में संतुलन होना चाहिए, जैसे कि भावना या लालच या नफरत की हानिकारक। मानव काम भीतर से नहीं होगा, शारीरिक शक्तियों से नहीं, बल्कि मनुष्य की अपनी प्रकृति ही उसे नष्ट कर सकती है। अपनी इच्छा और नफरत पर नियंत्रण करें। आज का सुझाव है कि शांति की तभी संभव है जब हम अपने भीतर की आग और अंदर पर नियंत्रण करना सीखें। मानव संकट आत्मविनाशकारी है। लोग अपनी लालच और नफरत के कारण स्वयं को नष्ट कर देते हैं। इच्छा और नफरत स्वयं का एक भावना है, ये हर व्यक्ति और समाज में मौजूद है।
Okay, next group. Chalo. Clap for Arjun. So next group. If the next group waiting, you might be waiting. बाद में नेक्स्ट सिग्नेचर करके जाते हैं। Registration के बाद assignment में Where's the first one?
Rule number 400.
400.
Yes.
Next one is
लड़की नीचे रख
Viraj.
नीचे रख
Vidya Raj. Number
393
893. Last one?
विशाल लड़कीला
Vishal.
लड़कीला
Number?
399
Okay, begin the
Good evening, friends. Good evening, sir. Today we are going to present you the poem by the author name from Mohit. Our group name is Rhythm and Rhyme. First, my friend here, Kadvi Riveraj, is going to tell you about the poet and background of the poem.
My topic is about the poet. Thomas More, 1779 to 1852, એક આયરિશ કવિ, લેખક અને નાટ્યકાર હતા. તેઓ તેમના કાર્ય આયરિશ મેલોડિસ્ટ અને અન્ય કવિતા જેમ કે ઓપેર ઇન ધ સ્ટીલ નાઇટ અને લાલ બુક માટે વ્યાપકપણે જાણીતા હતા. મૂરે લંડનમાં કાયદાનો અભ્યાસ કર્યો હતો અને રાજકારણમાં સક્રિય હતા. તેના સમયના મુખ્ય સાહિત્ય દ્રષ્ટિએ સાથે નજીકથી કામ કર્યું છે. બેકગ્રાઉન્ડ ઓફ ધ પોએમ. વક્તા ઊંઘમાં જતા પહેલા તેમના બાળપણના અનુભવો, તેમના યુવાને જ્યારે પ્રેમનો અનુભવ કર્યો હતો તેના વર્તમાન સુધી તેમના જીવનના યાદો કરી છે. તેમના જીવનમાં પહેલા જેવા ઉત્સાહ નથી અને તેની આંખોમાં તેમની ચમક ગુમાવ્યો છે. જીવનમાં એક સમય ઉત્સાહ અને વિકૃતિથી ભરેલું હતું, પરંતુ હવે તેમની યાદો પણ ખાલી લાગે છે. તે કહે છે કે તેમની ઉદાસ યાદો એક ગુના તરીકે કામ કરે છે. કવિ એકલા અને શાંત રાત્રિમાં અનુભવ વર્ણવે છે. તે ભૂતકાળની સારી યાદોથી ગરમ થાય છે.
Okay, clear for Viraj.
Now I am going to explain about the poem. The poem is divided into two stanzas. First stanza is about the past and the second one is about the present. The first stanza goes like, often in the steely night, urge the slumbering chain has bound me. Found memories bring the light of the other days around me. The smile, the tears of the boyhood years, the world of love dance through. यहाँ पे ऑथर ये बताना चाहता है जब वो रात को सोने जाता है उसे इतनी पुरानी यादें आती है जो उसे उदास भी करती है और उसे खुशियाँ भी लाती है. उसकी यंग जो उसकी यूथ की सारी यादें है उसे याद आती है और उसकी जो खुशी थी वो अब धीरे धीरे चली जाने लगी है. The eyes that shone now dimmer and gone. The cheerful heart now grow. यहाँ पे ऑथर ये कह रहा है कि जो उनकी आंखों में जो पहले चमक थी वो अब धीरे धीरे जा रही है और जो चेयरफुल हार्ट था, जो खुशी वाला हार्ट था उसका, वो अब धीरे धीरे टूटता जा रहा है. Thus in the steely night, as the somber chain has bound me, sad memories bring the light of the other days around me. यहाँ पे यही कह रहे हैं जब वो रात में सोने की कोशिश करते थे ऑथर, तब उन्हें अपनी पुरानी यादें आती है यूथ की. दूसरा स्टैंजा जो प्रेजेंट में है, when I remember all the friends so linked together. यहाँ पे ऑथर ये कह रहे हैं जब वो याद करते हैं अपने सारे दोस्तों के बारे में जब वो एक साथ थे, हंसी खुशी में रहते थे. I've seen around me fall like leaves in wintry weather. यहाँ पे वो ऐसा कहना चाहते हैं कि मेरे दोस्त अब धीरे धीरे करके मर रहे हैं, जैसे विंट्री वेदर्स में पेड़ के पत्ते धीरे धीरे बिखरने लगते हैं। I felt like one who treads alone. उन्हें ऐसा लग रहा है अब वो सिर्फ अकेले ही बचे हैं और कोई उनके साथ नहीं है। Some banquet hall deserted, whose lights are fled, whose curtains are dead, and all but he departed. यहाँ पे ऑथर ये कहना चाहते हैं जैसे एक बैंक्वेट हॉल होता है जहाँ पे सब गैदर होते हैं, अपने साथ मिलते हैं, बात करते हैं, खुशी से रहते हैं, फिर जैसे जैसे लोग जाने लगते हैं वैसे अपना बैंक्वेट हॉल खाली होने लगता है। वैसे वैसे उनके दोस्त भी धीरे धीरे चले गए और वो अकेले रह गए थे। जैसे बाद में लाइट गिरने लगती है, बंद होने लगती है और वहाँ के जो फूल फ्लावर्स जो लगाए थे वहाँ पे वो भी धीरे धीरे सड़ने लगते थे और सब चले जाते थे, पर वो अकेले ही वहाँ पे रह गए थे। Thus, in the steely night, as slumber the chain has bound me, sad memories brings the light of the other days around me. यही बात कह रहे थे कि जब भी वो रात को सोने की कोशिश करते थे उन्हें वही पुरानी यादें आती है जो उन्हें खुश भी करती है और दुखी भी करती है।
Okay, clap for Chatendra.
My topic name moral meaning and messages. આ વિધાન કેન્દ્રીય સંદેશ યાદ શક્તિ સ્થાયી શક્તિ છે તે શીખે છે કે સુખી અને દુઃખી બંને યાદો જીવનને અર્થ આપે છે, ભલે તે આપણને જે દેખાઈ રહ્યું છે તેની યાદ અપાવે છે, ભલે તે આપણને જે ખોવાઈ ગયું છે તેની યાદ અપાવે છે। બાળપણ, પ્રેમ અને મિત્રતાની યાદો આપણને ગરમીથી ભરી શકે છે, છતાં તે આપણું વર્તમાન એકલતા અને નુકસાન પણ પ્રકાશિત કરે છે। કરેલા સંબંધો અને રચાયેલા અનુભવોના મૂલ્યો પર વિચાર કરવા માટે પ્રોત્સાહિત કરે છે। જ્યારે આપણો જે તે હોય ત્યારે આપણા જીવનને પૂરા દેખી હલ કરવા માટે યાદ અપાવે છે। ઉદાસીનો સ્વર સમયના પસાર થવા અને અનિવાર્ય ફેરફારને સ્વીકારે છે, જે ક્ષણો અને લોકોની કદર અને પ્રશંસા કરવા માટે વિનંતી કરે છે, જે આપણા જીવનને આકાર આપે છે। એકંદરે નૈતિકતા એ છે કે આપણી પાસે જે ક્ષણો અને સંબંધો છે તેનું મૂલ્યાંકન કરવું અને તેનું રક્ષણ કરવું, કારણ કે તે પ્રિય યાદો બની જાય છે। તે એકલતા અથવા વૃદ્ધાશ અવસ્થામાં પણ આપણા જીવનને પ્રકાશિત કરે છે।
Okay, clap for all of you. Next.
Good afternoon everyone, my name is Krishna and our story is the story of Pan by SEM-1. SEM-1 is the beloved children's author and is known across the globe. She is the philanthropist who was awarded for the Padma Shri for her outstanding social work. She also had the honor of receiving the Padma Bhushan in 2023. Padma Bhushan in 2023. SEM-1 actively worked towards educating children and has made a significant contribution in Canada literature. About this story. The story of Pan is taken from Grandma's Bag of Stories and it talks about how Pan is eaten the way it is and the story behind its ingredients. Here in the story, Ajji and the grandmother explains how the Pan tastes good only when the ingredients are used in the right amount. She tells the children that Pan is more than delicacy. It represents the bond between the loved ones. While narrating the story of two brothers, Bhanu and Veer, and one of their wives, Bharti, she manages to grab the attention of the adults around her as well. The story of Pan brings together Ajji's family, children and adults just like Pan does.
Okay, clap for Krishna.
My name is Hina Parekh and I am from
convincing them, they finally decided to let him go with heavy heart. After many time or years, they heard that they had lost the war and many of them died. He asked to many people and some soldiers, but they were not sure about that Viru was alive or not. So Bhanu and Bharti decided to find him. So they went to mountains, valleys, forests and deserts, but Viru couldn't find out. One day they went a village-like place, and because of the frustration and tiredness, Bharti died. And after seeing this, suddenly Bhanu also died. And after many times when we healed him from the injuries, he came back to home. He saw that no one was there, then asked many neighbors. So one of them told him that they were going to find you. After that, Veer was going to find them. Then suddenly he went to a place where his brother and his brother's wife died. Then he asked some of people in the village. They told that many times ago, a couple was came here for finding something, but they died before fulfilling their wishes. So after many time, a tree grown up. Here it has very sweet leaves and nuts to the village nuts. So the village decided to build small temple for the men and women. After listening that story, Viru realized that the couple they were talking about was his brother and his brother's wife, and he couldn't bear this much pain, so he turned into limestone. Do you know how they have all been remembered ever since? The tree grown nuts called as areca nuts, the creeper's leaves are known as betel leaves or palm, and from the statue came the lime paste which is added into palm preparation. Thank you.
Okay. And for
Good afternoon everyone, my name is Joshna and my topic is moral of the story.
what is the name? What is the name?
Joshna. Even small things can hold great value and meaning when offered with love and respect. In many traditions, tales, palms is offered to deities or royalty not because of its material value but because it represents goodness, hospitality and humanity. For example, today's generations, the people nearby us had made the royal palm very big because of the different types of disease with it. But everything has a different story. So here it was a small story of palm which tells us about the one hour of our as it's a core palm means that true humanity lies in small selfless gestures that recognize the shared human experience, reminding us that empathy and respect can reshape relationship and dedications to one palm at a time. Small act of kindness and empathy can release social gaps and build connection. Thank you.
Okay, that's what international is. That's true.
Tulsi, Mansi.
Hello, good morning everyone. Today I will explain the title of the story, The Nightland and the Blues. This story is written by Oscar Wilde. Oscar Wilde एक प्रसिद्ध आयरिश कवि, नाट्यकार और उत्तर विक्टोरियन युग के एक लोकप्रिय साहित्यकार थे। उनकी सबसे उल्लेखनीय लघु कथाओं में द हैप्पी ट्रीज और द सेल्फिश जायंट शामिल है। द नाइटिंगेल एंड द रूज उनके बच्चों के लिए लघु कथाओं की संग्रह द हैप्पी ट्रीज अदर टेल्स से ली गई है। वे अक्सर अपनी कहानियों के माध्यम से जीवन और भावनाओं की जटिलताओं को उजागर करते हैं। द टाइटल ऑफ द स्टोरी, द नाइटलेट एंड द रोज, बुलबुल और गुलाब। यह शीर्षक दो मुख्य प्रतीक से जुड़ा हुआ है, द बुलबुल एंड द रोज। बुलबुल बुलबुल वह सच्चे प्रेम, त्याग और आदर्शवादी का प्रतीक है। बुलबुल सच्चे प्रेम में विश्वास करती है और छात्र के लिए लाल गुलाब बनाने के लिए अपनी जान तक दे देती है। वह उस प्रेम की प्रतीक है जो निस्वार्थ प्रेम और पवित्र होता है। और गुलाब प्रेम का प्रतीक है, लेकिन ऐसा प्रेम जो सुंदर होते हुए भी क्षणिक और नाजुक है। यह दिखाता है कि प्रेम पाने के लिए अक्सर त्याग करना पड़ता है। और जब लड़की उस गुलाब को ठुकरा देती है तो गुलाब यह भी दर्शाता है कि मानव प्रेम अक्सर स्वार्थी और सतही होता है। द नाइटलेट एंड द रोज उस विरोधाभास को दर्शाता है कि त्यागपूर्ण प्रेम एक ऐसे संसार से टकराता है जो प्रेम के असली अर्थ को नहीं समझता। मुख्य पात्र द नाइटलेट, द बुलबुल। यह कहानी की सबसे महत्वपूर्ण पात्र है। यह बहुत सच्चे प्रेम में विश्वास करती है और छात्र के लिए अपनी जान दे देती है। त्याग, निस्वार्थता और आदर्श प्रेम की प्रतीक है। और छात्र वह लड़की से प्रेम करता है और उसके लिए लाल गुलाब चाहता है, लेकिन अंत में वह प्रेम को छोड़कर तर्क और ज्ञान की ओर लौट जाता है। इसका प्रेम स्वार्थी और सतही दिखाया गया है। द प्रोफेसर्स डॉटर, प्रोफेसर की बेटी भौण पात्र। वही लड़की जिससे छात्र प्रेम करता है वह भौतिकवादी है, क्योंकि वह कहती है कि उसके लिए गुलाब से ज्यादा हीरे की कीमत है। और द रोज गुलाब के पौधे। 3 गुलाब के पौधे हैं। लाल गुलाब वाला पौधा ही बुलबुल की मदद करता है। ये पौधे कहानी में प्रतीकात्मक रूप से प्रतीक और प्रेम के माध्यम बनते हैं।
कहानी एक विद्यार्थी से शुरू होती है जो बहुत दुखी था। वह एक लड़की से प्रेम करता था। वह चाहता था कि उसे एक लाल गुलाब दे सके ताकि उसके साथ राजकुमार के नृत्य समारोह में नृत्य कर सके, लेकिन उसके बगीचे में एक भी लाल गुलाब नहीं था। वह दुखी होकर कहता था, मेरे जीवन में सब कुछ खत्म हो गया क्योंकि लाल गुलाब नहीं है। पास के पेड़ पर बैठी बुलबुल यह सुनती है। वह उस विद्यार्थी के शब्दों को सुनती है और सोचती है कि यह छात्र सच्चे प्रेम के लिए दुखी है। वो मानती है कि सच्चा प्रेम सबसे सुंदर भावना है, इसलिए वह उसकी मदद करने का निर्णय लेती है। बुलबुल बगीचे में जाती है और पहले गुलाब के पेड़ से कहती है एक लाल गुलाब को, ताकि उस विद्यार्थी की मदद कर सके। पहला गुलाब का पेड़ उससे कहता है मेरे फूल सफेद है। फिर बुलबुल दूसरे गुलाब के पेड़ के पास जाती है और कहती है मुझे गुलाब जो, लेकिन अब पेड़ कहता है मैं मदद नहीं कर सकता क्योंकि मेरे पास मीडिया फूल है। अंत में बुलबुल तीसरे गुलाब के पेड़ के पास पहुंचती है और वह कहता है कि मेरे पास लाल गुलाब तो बन सकता है, लेकिन उसकी कीमत बहुत भारी है। तुम्हें अपने दिल के फूल से उस गुलाब को रंगना होगा। तुम्हें पूरी रात मेरे कांटे के पास गाना होगा और जब वो कांटा तब गुलाब लाल हो जाता है। बुलबुल यह सुनकर समझती है।
Good afternoon everyone, my name is Rashmika Bihari. Today I explain the meaning, moral and message of the book. बुलबुल सच्चे निस्वार्थ प्रेम का प्रतीक है। छात्र प्रेम को समझने में अधूरा और निस्वार्थी है। लड़की धन और दिखावे को प्रेम से ऊपर मानती है। मोरल, सच्चा प्रेम बलिदान नहीं है, लेकिन हर कोई इसे समझता है। भौतिकता सच्ची भावनाओं को नष्ट कर देती है। निस्वार्थ कार्य अवसर अत्यंता हो जाता है। प्रेम और तर्क हमेशा एक साथ होने चाहिए। दुनिया अक्सर सच्चे प्रेम की कदर नहीं करती और लोग धन और दिखावे को भावनाओं से ऊपर।
ओके, क्लियर फॉर देम। जो रजिस्टर हुए और बाकी है सब है जिनका नाम है लिस्ट में और बाकी है कोई ऐसा लिस्ट में नाम है और फिर बाकी है। इज देयर एनीवन?
जो लिस्ट में कल जो शेयर किया उसमें नाम है बात किया वैसे कोई
कल लिस्ट शेयर किया था ना ग्रुप में, है ना? वो लिस्ट में से कौन बाकी है? एनीबॉडी फ्रॉम द लिस्ट? कल टेलीग्राम ग्रुप में लिस्ट शेयर किया हमने, है ना? उसमें से कोई बाकी है अभी? देखो तो भाई ये क्या ये नाम है उसका? Where are your partners? They are left. So you can get presentation. Come on here. देखो तो नाम है उनका. Come. Hurry up. So there. There is a name. So there are you. Roll number 386. 386. Okay, I will then begin the discussion.
My subject topic is title meaning, visual feature, character, plot summary, moral meaning, this message. The story of Pan. The story of Pan की लेखिका एक सुधा मूर्ति है जो एक कर्नाटक की रहती है जो जिनका जन्म 19 अक्टूबर 1950 में हुआ था जो कर्नाटक की हावेरी जिले की सिंह गांव में उनको 2006 में पद्मश्री अवार्ड से सम्मानित किया गया था। 2023 में पद्म भूषण अवार्ड से सम्मानित किया गया था। इस स्टोरी में इस वार्ता में मुख्य पात्र भानु भारती और वीर है। एक समय की बात है, एक गांव में दो भाई भानु और वीर रहते थे। उनके बचपन में माता पिता गुजर गए थे। भानु और भारती दोनों एक दूसरे से बहुत प्यार करते हैं। उन्होंने शादी कर दी। वीर जो राजा की सेना में चला गया था। जब वो कई दिनों के बाद लौटा है तो भानु और भारती ने सोचा कि हम उसको ढूंढने के लिए निकलते हैं। वो निकले, गाँव वालों ने बताया कि एक गाँव वालों ने बताया कि वो मर चुका है। दूसरे ने बताया कि वो घर लौटा है लेकिन आया नहीं। बट इसने बताया कि वो तो कब का लौट गया होगा, शायद आया नहीं है। वो नाराज हो गए, फिर से वो ढूंढने लगे और फिर भानु की मौत हो गई। ये देखते देखते भारत की मौत हो गई, ये देखते देखते भानु की भी मौत हो गई। वीर जब लौटा तब वो चल सके ऐसा नहीं था, लेकिन फिर भी उसने सोचा कि मैं मेरे भाई और भाभी को ढूंढने की कोशिश करूंगा। वो चल पड़ा और जहाँ पर गया था जहाँ पर उनकी मौत हो गई थी, वो जहाँ मरे थे वहाँ पर सुपारी का पेड़ और पान की पत्ती थी। जब वो वहाँ पहुँचा तो उसको लगा कि शायद मेरे भाई और भाभी यहाँ पर ही मरे होंगे। वो गया और ये दर्द सहन नहीं पाया, इसलिए वो पत्थर की मूर्ति बन गया। इस स्टोरी से हमें ये सीख मिलती है कि परिवार में संबंध और प्रेम भाव होना चाहिए।
Okay, clap for Aryan. How many of you are left whose name is not in the list? You can say. कितने ऐसे लोग हैं जिन्होंने रजिस्टर नहीं किया था? कितने बाकी है प्रेजेंटेशन में? आप लोग रजिस्टर कराने क्यों नहीं आए? Are you waiting for any invitation? चलिए कोई बात नहीं, लेकिन अगर आप आज आ गए हैं so we will definitely go ahead with your presentation, but after the vacation. Okay? What you have to do today? Register your name before you leave. Register your name in room number 14 and then you leave for the vacation. जिन लोगों ने presentation कर दिया है ना? I congratulate to all of them. कैसा महसूस हो रहा है आप सबको? सुकून सा महसूस हो रहा है? जैसे कल रात नींद शायद अच्छी नहीं आई होगी या तो नहीं आई होगी, बिल्कुल नहीं आई। आप इनके चेहरों से मैं देख सकता हूँ। दो तीन चीजें मैं आपके ध्यान में लाना चाहूँगा। सबसे पहले तो मैंने अलाउ किया कि आप कोई भी भाषा में यहाँ आके प्रेजेंटेशन कर सकते हो, जबकि ये पेपर इसके अंदर अंग्रेजी का है, इंग्लिश का है, ठीक है। क्यों मैंने अलाउ किया होगा? क्या लगता है आपको, क्या वजह होगी? डू यू फाइंड एनी रीजन फॉर दैट? क्या लगा होगा रीजन?
First time and wanted to make us comfortable with your stuff.
यस,
कॉन्फिडेंस बूस्ट करेंगे।
ओके, वेरी गुड। सोचो, चलो आप लोग बहुत दूर से आए हो गांधीनगर में, यस और नो? है ना, बहुत दूर से आए हो ना गांधीनगर में, कुछ बनने के लिए आए हो, बहुत किलोमीटर तय करके आए हो आप लोग। तो क्या वजह रही होगी? क्योंकि पेपर का नाम क्या है? आपको याद है पेपर का नाम क्या है? मुख्य टाइटल मत भूल जाना। पेपर का नाम क्या है? AEC, और उसका फुल फॉर्म क्या होता है? एबिलिटी एनहांसमेंट कोर्स। तो हमारा फोकस कहाँ पर होना चाहिए? एबिलिटी पर होना चाहिए। एबिलिटी मतलब क्षमता। तो सबसे पहले क्षमता आती है सबके सामने खड़े रहने की क्षमता। यस और नो? है ना? जो लोग यहाँ आने वाले थे, या तो जो यहाँ बोल रहे थे, उसके बाद जो नेक्स्ट आपका नंबर था, तो आपकी धड़कनें कैसी तेज चल रही थी, या तो जो 3 लोग यहाँ पर आ गए और वो जो बोल रहा था उसके बाद आपका नंबर था, तो आपका धड़कन कुछ अलग हो गई थी, है ना? आप हर एक का अभी आप सेल्फी लेके रखना और फिर कंपेयर करना कि मैं नॉर्मल डे में कैसे दिखता हूँ, कैसे दिखती हूँ, और आज मैं कैसे दिख रही हूँ। आपके चेहरे से ही मालूम हो जाएगा दैट फियर इज ऑलवेज विजिबल अपीयर ऑन योर फेसेस। यस और नो? मुझे इतना बताओ कि आप कहीं पर भी जाओगे, बिकॉज दिस इज द फाइनल जर्नी ऑफ योर एजुकेशन, उसके बाद कैरियर का पूरा जर्नी आएगा, है ना? क्या ये चीज आपके सामने आएगी? ये डर आपके सामने आएगा? क्या ऐसी परीक्षा आपकी होने वाली है? हर जगह होने वाली है। अगर इस प्लेटफॉर्म से अगर आप भाग रहे हो, तो इसका मतलब कि आपने जो गोल सेट किया है, जो सपना देखा है अपने कैरियर का, उस सभी से आप दूर भाग रहे हो। राइट और रॉन्ग? आपने जो गोल देखा है उसका रास्ता इन्हीं प्लेटफॉर्म से गुजरता है। अगर आप सोच रह सकते हो कि मैं क्लासेस कर दूंगा, ये कर दूंगा, वो कर दूंगा, मैं UPSC कर दूंगा, नंबर 1 मेरिट में आ जाऊंगा, तो ये पॉसिबल है नहीं। ये सब रास्ते ऐसी जगह से निकलते हैं, ठीक है? सो ऑलवेज बी क्लियर अबाउट दैट एफर्ट इज इम्पोर्टेंट। तो आप में से जो लोग इंग्लिश में बोले हैं वो तो बहुत ही अच्छा है, लेकिन जिन्होंने गुजराती या हिंदी में बोला है, इट इज ऑल्सो वेरी चेयरफुल फॉर देम। सो हम उन सब के लिए तालियां बजाते हैं। चलो ठीक है। अब दूसरी बात है कि आप अभी वैकेशन में जाने वाले हैं, ठीक है? दिस इज द फर्स्ट, हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू आर कमिंग आउट ऑफ द गांधीनगर फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम? पढ़ने के लिए गांधीनगर कितने लोग आए हो सिर्फ घर छोड़ के? बाकी सब यहाँ लोकल के हो, गांधीनगर के हो क्या? तो दिखाओ मुझे कितने लोग हो। ओके, मोस्ट ऑफ दिस, ऑल ऑफ यू बिलोंग टू आउटसाइड गांधीनगर, और शायद ये पहला ऐसा सेमेस्टर है जब आप इतना दूर गांधीनगर इतने रहे होंगे, ठीक है? सो वैकेशन इज टू गेट अवर सेल्फ रिचार्ज, है ना? और अगर आप अपना गोल भूल नहीं गए हो तो रिचार्ज होके आओ वापस। और अगर इस सेमेस्टर में खुद को ट्रैक पर नहीं ला पाए हो तो फिर से प्रयत्न करो वैकेशन के बाद खुद को ट्रैक पर लाने की। सिर्फ और सिर्फ क्लास अटेंड करने से, मार्कशीट लेने से कैरियर बनने वाला नहीं है। ऑलवेज मेक योरसेल्फ क्लियर अबाउट इट। यू हैव टू वर्क ऑन योर स्किल्स, कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स, राइट? वो सबसे पहली स्किल है, उसके बाद सब स्किल बाद में आती है। सो ऑल ऑफ यू हैप्पी दिवाली, हैप्पी वैकेशन, है ना? और जब आप वापस आओ तो और एनर्जेटिक होके आओ। धीरे धीरे हम ये प्लेटफॉर्म को इंग्लिश में थोड़ा ले आएंगे। अभी आपको कागज़ का सहारा दिया गया है, धीरे धीरे हम कागज़ में निकाल लेंगे। And we will try to see that you can speak fluently without the help of anything else. Yes or no? ये सब आप हासिल करना चाहोगे कि नहीं? Okay, so it can be possible only with your help. Okay, I am just here to give you the platform. है ना? अगर आप गांधीनगर आए हो तो ये यही प्लेटफॉर्म थे कि जिसके लिए आप गांधीनगर आए हो। अब बनासकाठा या महिसाना या तो कितने अलग अलग एरिया से आते हो, है ना? क्लासरूम वो सब तो आपकी आजू बाजू के कॉलेज में भी अवेलेबल है, ये सब प्लेटफॉर्म हर जगह नहीं अवेलेबल। ये गांधीनगर में थे इसलिए आप आए हो, ये हमेशा आपको याद रखना है। और ये प्लेटफॉर्म का अगर आप इस्तेमाल नहीं कर पा रहे हो, फायदा नहीं ले रहे हो, तो इसका मतलब है गांधीनगर में आने का कोई मतलब है नहीं, है ना। तो इस बारे में वेकेशन में अच्छी तरह सोचना है ना, और अपना पूरा वेकेशन अच्छी तरह एंजॉय करना। हाँ, चलो, थैंक यू वेरी मच।
लोगों ने अभी प्रेजेंटेशन दिया, असाइनमेंट इसमें नाम कट कर दो।
चलिए, नंबर 14 we will meet. ये तो सफिशिएंट है।